Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Vladimir Barayev of Rivertowns Pediatric of Staten Island. He will be talking to us today about setting a budget for your pediatric DPC office. So with that, I turn it over to you, Dr. Barayev.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Capellan. I am very happy and excited to be here today. I want to thank you so much for uh, organizing all of this. This is a very important thing that you are doing for the pediatric direct primary care community, in that we really do need to help one another out as much as we can. As when you speak to experts in the business world, they really have no idea of the specific types of struggles that we go through with our very, I still call it our very niche industry. When it comes to children, when it comes to child health, and the way that we go about doing what we do, it's still quite niche in my experience. I've seen it. So, in order for us to be successful, we need to have a business that can function and that is able to make enough money to sustain itself and keep going into the future. And one of the ways that direct primary care does that really, really well is that we have lower overheads than our insurance-based counterparts. So today I'll be talking about how exactly we set our budgets to begin with when we're business planning, show you an example of my own budget that I used in my practice, and a few other things that I found enlightening and fascinating on my journey as a solopreneur physician trying to do the best that I can and live up to that medical school application essay that I wrote, why I wanted to become a doctor, and now trying to live that out in the day-to-day, just as you are doing, all of you guys out there. So stay strong, my people. Here we go. So I shall begin today's presentation with a quote: "At viam invenayam aut faciam." This is from a Carthaginian commander, Hannibal, 218 BC, as he was attacking against the Roman Empire, I believe. I could be off on that. My history buffs, don't yell at me. And what he was saying was that I shall find a way, or I shall make a way. This is the motto by which you are going to be living your lives once you open your own direct primary care practice. You're going to find a way to succeed, or you make your very own way. When we find a way, meaning you found another person's model that works, and you're going to copy that. Or if their model doesn't quite fit where you live, you're going to adjust it and make it work for you where you live. I have no conflict of interest to disclose, not that that matters, because you're not getting CME for this, I don't think. Moving on. The objectives of my presentation are to identify the critical budgetary elements of a direct primary care clinic that will allow for the delivery of optimal patient care, because that is the key. It's not just to give them care, it's to give them the optimal patient care. Identify key resources available to help maintain a low overhead while maintaining the patient access that's key to direct primary care, and to understand the importance of low overhead clinic expenses that will help maintain the purity of the direct primary care model and the delivery of patient care. First thing, this is data from the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. The x-axis in this chart shows the number of years since any small business has been open across all industries combined from the years 1994 to 2015. So this goes back all the way to 1994. Each one of these individual lines, as you can see in the legend, represents a different year. So the very first blue line is 1994, and then it's a red line for 95 and a green line for 1996. As you may notice, there is a predictable and steady match from every single year of the likelihood that a business will shut down based on how many years they have already been open, meaning that not all businesses survive. As a matter of fact, we can consistently predict that half of all small businesses that open will close their doors by 5 years, because it has happened every single year in the exact same way since its start of time when this was documented. So it is your job, your responsibility to learn as much as you can and to keep learning so that you are not one of the 50% of business that will go out of business. You will be one of the 50% that stays in business. Now, since we are all starting small businesses, and we all had that dream and that wish to be like that Dr. Marcus Welby, MD, the community doctor who made house calls, who took care of his community, who was beloved, who was part of the social fabric of society. That is our goal here. But we can't reach it unless we understand the business side of being able to stay financially viable so that we can become someone like that.